You know, when I was young, we had to learn a poem, and I chose a poem about Oradour, which is a place in France where the Nazis carried out a massacre. And it starts out with Oradour has no more men, has no more women, has no children left. And I think of this poem now when I look at what happened at Al Shifa Hospital, because it is something so despicable. I cannot even show you because it will get flagged, but I will describe it to you and read to you these reports because of how awful they are. This is, for example, from Dr. Mads Gilbert, who was in Gaza, and he writes the total destruction by Israel of the most important hospital, a hospital with 700 beds, a specialty hospital in Gaza. It was established 78 years ago during the British Mandate. The name Shifa meaning the house of healing, now turned into the house of death by Israel and the United States. Burnt, totally destroyed to rubble, and turned into a graveyard. Turned into a graveyard of patients, medical staff, relatives, and refugees. A massive symbol of the heartless, cynical Israeli politics of colonial occupation with the goal of eliminating the Palestinian people, their social institutions, and their lives. The US, the EU, and the UK governments stand shamed, complicit by their support for Israeli war crimes and atrocities against all humanity. Watch carefully the killing fields of Shifa. Never ever forget the Gaza genocide, the perpetrators, and the complicit powers. I mean, the videos I have seen of this hospital and of this massacre, you have people, their bodies lie pressed into the ground. You know, it's like, for example, if you took a coin and you pressed it into clay. That's what they look like. Their bodies have been squashed into the mud by Israeli tanks. Run over, squashed. 300 people executed in this hospital. 300 people. There was another video I saw where the medics put a boy on a stretcher. There was no meat, no flesh left on his legs, just bone. The face decomposed. He looked like a mummy. This is what the hospital looks like now. Take a second look at it. Take a second look. This is the same scenes at night. I mean, you can't even, you know, when there's so much of something that you can't even make out what it is. This is what the scene at Al Shifa looks like. The soil, the floor, the ground is littered with the remains of people. Disfigured, dismembered, limbs, bone, flesh everywhere. It is a bloodbath, a massacre. This is one thing in Gaza. I mean, you know, if we just talked about this alone, it would be enough. You know, never mind what's been happening in all of Gaza, all of it, the entire strip for the last 6 months. Horrific, truly horrific.
As you can see behind me, this is the specialty building in Al Shifa Hospital. Over here, this is where the ER was. This is also the garden of Al Shifa Hospital. Over in that area is the midwifery building. Over here, this is the laboratory for the blood samples. This is also the management department. Down in the other side is the other garden where there is a lot of departments for cancer, specialty, for dialysis. As you can also see, the whole departments, all the Shifa Hospital is completely destructed. Anybody that has wounds, anybody that is sick, anybody that needs any medications, they're not allowed to come to the hospital. As you can see, there is no treatment at all. All the departments inside the Shifa Hospital have all been burnt. You can't even extract a needle or vial out of the departments due to the destruction that's in the hospital. As you can see, this is a sample of a dead body in the garden of a Shifa Hospital. All around the Shifa Hospital, all the surroundings of the Shifa Hospital, on the streets in the street around the Shifa Hospital are all dead bodies like this. This was all due to the airstrikes, all due to the gunshots that have been taking place around the Shifa Hospital for the past 14 days. All these bodies have all been, there's dead, there's ants, there's insects that are coming out of these bodies with such horrific smells, because all these bodies are half dead, are half taken away, and then all the bodies are just thrown like that. Behind us, there's bodies that are coming out of departments from a Shifa Hospital that have been dead in the hospital without anybody being able to remove them for the past 14 days. We don't know how long they've been dead, but now there's been people coming inside the hospital and being able to get them out to take them to a graveyard. That we just found in a Shifa Hospital right now. This is another dead body. Look at how it looks. This is one of the samples of dead bodies. We were just coming in to show more of what the ER looks like, the place that we...
I'm switching away because I can't show it to you, but you can. I will still leave it on so we can listen.
Being able to treat a lot of patients, a place where we spent a lot of days, a place where we had a lot of memories with a lot of different colleagues and wounded people. Now, everywhere you go, you're able to find dead bodies, pieces of dead bodies.
It's really, really horrific, and again, I can't show you the scenes because they are so gruesome. But here's someone, for example, who, this is a surgeon, a plastic and reconstructive surgeon who works in Gaza. Look what he wrote on Twitter. He said, "They killed my friend and colleague at Shifa Hospital." This is a photo of him, Ahmed, a beautiful soul and a great surgeon. We worked together in the great marches of return and the 2021 war, and then this recent war. His dedication was unlike anything I've ever seen. We will never forgive. I saw photos as well, footage of jackals, wolves. I don't know what animal it was exactly. It looked like a jackal or something, or a fox, with a baby in its mouth, a human baby. So you see the problem is that you have people decomposing, and of course the animals themselves are starving. You know, people's pets who've been left behind, cats, dogs, so on, or even ones in the street who would normally be given food by a stranger. They have now nothing to eat but the people themselves. It is a gruesome sight. It is a sad sight. I have no words, honestly. It's such a massacre, and it's so awful. No wonder, if this is the reason the Israelis bombed the Iranian embassy to try and, you know, divert people's attention. No wonder, because it is so shameful. It is something of another. You know, one person I saw describe it in Arabic. He said that the sights that he saw in Al Shifa Hospital are brutality that you cannot imagine. They are of another universe, of another plane. Here you can see the current total: 300 killed and 900 arrested.